All right, folks, we are here today. It's back. We are back. We are back. We are back. And like I say every week, y'all, from the West Coast to the East Coast and everything between, folks, you are live with Lonzo, the Godfather of West Coast hip hop, from the eve after dark to concerts in the park. You know how we do it every Tuesday, y'all. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, folks. I see my chat room is already in the house. Let's do this, folks. All right, folks. This is Lonzo, the Godfather of West Coast hip hop. As you already know, today is going to be a rough show. Probably won't be here the whole normal time. My boy Dusty called me today. Said he can't make the show. His father passed. So this is one of them situations. The show must go on, but it can't be. It just ain't the same without Dusty Vision kick with me on the screen today, folks. We're gonna do what we're gonna do, but we also got a happy birthday to Dusty. Saturday was his birthday. He celebrated in San Francisco, and he had a good time. I could see from all the social media posts. But today, he got the sad news that his father passed. So, in the effort of being consistent, but also showing some love for my man, we're gonna do a lightweight show today, folks. We do what we do, the best we can do it. I'm gonna talk to y'all in the chat room. And I see we got love for Dusty and his family already. And like from the show and to Dusty, the show definitely got our condolences, Doc. Stay strong for your family. They need you now. But I know how it goes sometimes. You just gotta it shakes you up. You wasn't expecting that. Hey folks, we are here. We're gonna do the best we can with what we got. I got the chat room here, always here. I see my boy Marlon in the house, Isaiah, Perry Gibson, CMW 662. I know who that is. That's my man Mike T, Kev D, King Dev Young in the house. Who else we got here today? Who else? Who have I shouted out as of yet? I see my man Jeremiah. I think I'm gonna throw some of these things up here on the screen just to show some digital love. Here we go. Mike T. Hey folks, let's kick it in the chat room for a minute. I know one thing that shocked me this week was Casanova pleads guilty to drug charges in the feds. He had all kind of drugs, all kind of dope. And I'm trying to figure out, are these guys actually real rappers that have major hits, or are they just local dudes that uploaded to Spotify, and because they're on Spotify, they're considered rappers? And is, what's really going on? Because these cats I never heard of before. I know a lot of people I don't know. I know that's, hey, you can't get to everybody these days, but is it how they classify them as rappers? Because they seem like more like dope dealers and gangsters to me. Also, in Texas, 14 people dead today. Some dude decided he's gonna go to an elementary school and shoot up a bunch of kids and a teacher. And I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is really going on. We haven't even buried the 10 from week before last week. And we got to bury 14 more because somebody decides to go shoot up a bunch of kids. I'm trying to understand the mentality of a mass shooter like that. Why is that even a thing? Why does that make sense to anybody? Who are you that mad at you that shoot a bunch of random people, and especially kids? I mean, they ain't did shit to nobody. They ain't done shit to nobody. And it's just amazing how people can find such callous in their heart that they will go out and shoot up a bunch of innocent kids. These kids ain't banging. They not with the business. They not doing nothing but playing sandbox and kicking it in the dirt and flash tag, whatever they do these days. I don't know what these kids do no more, but they wasn't doing nothing to you. And you drove your ass to school, up to that school, and started shooting kids. 14 people dead, including the teacher. And I'm trying to understand what the attraction is. What are they trying to do? They're trying to set it off. I mean, this allegedly, the pictures I saw, this kid was allegedly, he had a Latino name. He looked Latino, but again, Sometimes you just don't know. So I'm not going to speak on that from a racial standpoint because that's not what I want to do. But I just want to say that is he looks to be Latino. I don't recall that happening before, but hey, I don't know everything. I never will claim to know everything. But if y'all know something different, please chime in the chat room. Also, the phone lines are open today, folks. 424-256-9211. 242-256-9211. If you want to holler at me, be a part of the show, co-host with me for a little while, bring me some questions. You got something you want to holler at your boy about, please do. It's a different kind of day with Dusty not being here. Like I said earlier, his father passed, and he's with the family. He's trying to cope with that. That could be that's a hell of a shock. Been there, and I definitely understand how you feel. Even when you expect it, even when it's expected, like from an illness, you don't expect it. So I just got a note from Kate that D Cause said this kid killed his grandmother too. He was really a special individual. Did he kill himself? Is he still alive? Did he go into custody? Did he just put down the gun and go into custody like so many other guys have done in the last few months? Just put the gun down and say, "Hey, I'm ready to go turn myself in." No gunshots fired at him. He killed everybody else, but nobody gonna kill him because he put his gun down. But the people he shot didn't have a slingshot. They didn't have a slingshot. I see. I got a question from my man, Kev King Dev Young. No, I do not know Keefe D. Nope, I can't say I can't say I do. Oh, the police killed him. Okay. I can't make comments on some of these things, man. You want to say something that's really okay, cool, but on the other hand, you're like, everybody else get to go to jail. I'm not gonna even play that card today. I'm not playing that card because I know a lot of people feel he got what he deserved, but it's just amazing how sometimes some folks get to go to court and some folks don't. Anyway, that will always be on my mind. Montana Max, I see you, baby. I see you. For torture, my man said you got to keep these people alive for torture to where'd it go? Discourage others. I can't support that one because I'm on Facebook, and YouTube will have a fit. I just repeated what you read in the comments. What else we got here? I got a lot of love for Dusty, though. And I appreciate it, folks. I know he does, too. Crypto Charles, my condolences, Dusty. Stay strong, brother. Rashad Cobb, condolences. Dusty's online, thanking everybody for the love, folks. That's from Dusty. Dusty's right there. He's here on the show. He says here, and I'm going to put this up here as well. I miss you guys. I miss all y'all. My father passed this morning, so I can't join you. So I'll see you next week. I'm going to leave that for a minute, folks. All right, now, it's hip-hop, man. Let's talk about this, man. Somebody give me a call. I'm taking phone calls. 424-256-9211. You're live with Lonzo, the Godfather of West Coast hip-hop, as we acknowledge Dusty's father's passing this morning, folks. He's not here with us, but we're gonna make it happen to the best of our ability. He's always missed. He's always missed. It's my first time doing it without him. So hey, what can I tell you? My man Marlon got a little something for you. All right, folks, give me a holler. Bernadette, where you at? Give me a call. 424-256-9211. If y'all don't know, me and Clientele got together this weekend. I had a busy weekend. I was rocking and rolling from Thursday all the way till Sunday. Spent Thursday and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday morning in Arizona, where we had a fantastic book signing at my man Trill store. At the Trill Hip Hop Shop in Arizona, courtesy of my man Chuck. If anybody in Arizona, if you're a hip hop fan, please stop by the Trill Shop. You will be impressed. You will be amazed. I got patches. That's one of my little things I do. In fact, I got a couple of custom patches being made right now as we speak. I like collecting patches, and I was able to go to the Trill shop and update my patch collection. Okay, I'm working on a new jacket. I had one before. Somebody stole it on the road. Never saw it again. I'm gonna make me another one. But we had a great time. I had a little family time. My niece graduated. All good. Came back to LA, hit the ground running again. Yellow clientele and myself. We back at it again. Book signing in East LA. Great time with my man. Was it Mario? Yeah, I think it was. Was it Mario? I got his. I hope he ain't watching this show. But after the book signing, clientele and I left there and joined our alumni band members from Gardena High School. And we do it every year. But for some reason, this year seemed a little special. I think we're a little bit more prepared. And we rocked that son of a gun. We only did one song. We did The Fly. But it was a great show. And I'm looking to post a video up on YouTube as soon as I get through editing it. We had it's a little bit on the long side, and but nonetheless, it will be up shortly. And you got all the band, the saxophones. It was like the Fly like you never saw it before, folks. The Fly like you never saw it, like you never heard it before. And the Grandmaster, I must say, it was in rare form, and the clientele was too. Miss Bernadette, I see you, baby. What's happening with you, darling?
Hey, I'm just at home chilling, and YouTube said you were online, so I decided to come on and hang out.
I appreciate it. Miss Bernadette is a co-host with me and Dr. Dre on Legendary Connects every Thursday right here on YouTube as well, folks. Thank you for coming in, Miss Bernadette. I always can use some support, an extra hand with this chat room and just doing what I'm doing. My boy Dusty, he lost his dad this morning, and he's not able to make the show today, and totally understandable. And but I'm here floating by myself, and we're gonna do a little time here today. And I'm glad you chimed in to see what's happening with the Godfather. What you got going on, Miss Bernadette, besides sitting there with your feet in that red clay?
Yeah, I got my feet kicked up. Man, I had a chance to talk with James Brown's daughter, Deanna Brown.
Okay.
And she's gonna be probably coming through to our show too. She is a pleasure, and she has some cool things to say about what she's doing and her father, and we had a good time. So that was what I did Sunday. So that's what I was up to. That's what I'm doing.
You know, it was amazing. It was funny. I was looking. You told me the other day that she sounded just like James Brown. And when you told me that, I immediately went into clown mode. I was like, could you imagine a female James Brown?
She does.
Huh? Talking to your kids. Get over here now. Huh? Get over here now.
Yes,
huh?
Look,
what?
And look, she helped get up off of that thing. It's because it was something they used to say in the family to the kids in the house. Something like that. Get up off of that thing.
Wow. I could imagine. Okay. If you're the husband, give me a kiss now. Now. All right. Okay. Well, I could imagine that must be a hell of a situation.
Did you ever meet him?
Who that?
James Brown.
No, fan of his. Went to. My phone just went out. Oh, there it is. I didn't meet him personally, but I have a poster that he signed for me. My brother used to be my brother was a road manager and assistant road manager for Etta James, and James Brown. Etta James was super tight, and he signed a poster that he and Etta both signed a poster for me, hanging in my studio right now. So I don't know him officially, but I got some memorabilia.
Wow. See, and then maybe Dr. Dre might be kin to him because both of their last names are Brown. We don't know that for sure, but it might be Brown.
Okay. Interesting. I got a quick one here. My man says, Isaiah says, hey, Lonzo, did you ever meet Luther Vandross or Tina Marie through your relationship with Larkin Arnold? You know what? I didn't meet Luther, but I had a chance to shake Tina Marie's hand. She about 4'11", 4'10", okay? Not a big woman at all, but she got a voice that reminds me of that cartoon back in the day with Rocky. Felix the Cat, Vavoom. She blow a bunch of people out the damn water. But yes, Yes and no. I met Tina, never met Luther. But I would love to meet Luther. I would love to have met Luther. Luther got his bump. In fact, both of them got his bump. That was the only problem of being signed to a label like Epic. If a major artist dropped a album anytime around your scheduled release date, your shit got put to the curb. Okay, they kicked us back from January all the way to July. By the time we got out, our album was dated as a son of a gun, because back then hip hop was moving real fast. It moves fast now, but we had some dance songs on there. We had the Fly on there, and by the time we got the Fly out, niggas was doing the Mosquito. Anyway,
see,
right there. That was the only bad thing about being on a major label, because every time we got a release date, somebody else would drop, and we get pushed back. And they just finally dropped us in July, which is pretty much just putting us out to meet the contract, because nobody heard the album but us.
Same thing. The same thing happened to well, not the same, but kind of sort of Who's the Man. Drake talked about how Who's the Man had to get bumped back because of the West Coast Rodney King verdict and stuff. So a lot of people in the West Coast didn't go watch Who's the Man because that happened, and they were not happy with the decision of the police officers.
Wow.
So
that's right. They was playing cops.
Right.
Bad time to be a cop that day.
But they did predict it, because they said something about Rodney King in the movie.
Did they?
Who's the Man? Yeah. They said, "Why did you become police officers?" And Ed and Dr. Dre pumped up their fist and said Rodney King.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Kind of predicted their own little whatever in the West Coast when they said that. They didn't know it though.
Well, folks, I got another little. My man Marlon Coles, he said, "Unc, it's almost birthday time. Do you have anything planned for your show or any special?" Guess that's a good question, Doc, because I'm looking to do. I got so much going on around that week. If I do any celebrating, it's gonna have to be during the week, because I know we have our Father's Day. I got my Father's Day brunch that Saturday. I got my golf tournament that Monday. I got to I'm DJing a party that night, the same on the 18th as well. So, and Father's Day is that Sunday. And boy, my birthday actually falls on it falls on a Thursday. If let me see. If
what day is your birthday on?
Well, you know what? Maybe that's another question. It all depends on who you ask, okay? No.
Oh yes, you have that unique.
I got that unique situation where my birth certificate says one thing, my driver's license says something else. So, my actual birthday is June the 16th. What day of the week is that? They done Wednesday?
The 16th is.
No, it's a Thursday. Yeah.
I would go with, if I had a birthday like you, I would go with the weekend, whichever one is closest to the weekend.
I'm gonna celebrate both of them. I'm a Gemini. I get to do it twice anyway.
Yeah, y'all do it. Y'all extra. Y'all Geminis are extra. I got one.
Excuse me?
I raised one, and I was raised by one, so y'all extra.
Okay.
So the 16th is on Thursday.
Okay, so I mean, me and Dre will be celebrating. I'll probably bring Dusty and Dre and all together, and we just kick it big time.
Wait. You and Dre?
Of course, you too.
Are not on the Yeah, okay.
Can I finish my statement? This typical woman. Just
typical men. No,
before I can even finish, me and Dre and Dusty and you. Last but not least, I might just have a big old video party. I didn't know. Tell us it's the show day, so I'm gonna do something that day. I'm gonna do something that Saturday at the Father's Day brunch. And my man Cozy, his birthday is on. Martin's birthday is on June the 8th. Much love to the Geminis. Do we have any other Geminis in the house tonight, folks? Please tap in if you do. And what you gonna do for your birthday when it jumps off? Okay, yeah.
I'll take it back, Gemini.
Yeah. So yeah, we can't be a little extra shit. Ain't you be lying? I'm looking at Patty LaBelle, some of the baddest folks in the game. Been Geminis. Don't hit me with that. Don't miss me with that. We got to be extra to be the bad guy, huh?
I'll leave it there.
We got to be bad as we can to be. We got to be as extra as we can to be as bad as we are. Oh, that might be a T-shirt. Gemini.
Do the Gemini thing. But Gemini is what you see. You got a market. You got a whole market, a Gemini market. They might buy 2 shirts. Make the Geminis buy 2 shirts for both of their personalities.
We got to be as extra as we can to be as bad as we are. Okay, I like that. I might think about that one. Oh, my man, Montana Max. Montana Max always comes with the real. Monkeypox is coming. Monkeypox. They say beware of monkeypox. What the fuck is a monkeypox? I don't know, but they coming. Okay, who wouldn't fuck the monkey? No, that was something else.
Hey, Rob said Scorpio, and then look, this is crazy. Prince is a Gemini, and I just finished watching
Purple Rain.
Bat Dance. Remember that video?
Yeah.
Where he did from that. I was like, that video was kind of in depth, and then he still managed to be mannish.
Yeah.
on that video, I was like, I forgot Prince was so doggone mannish.
Yeah,
I did. Yeah, so
Prince.
I just watched
Kendrick Lamar, Ran from N.W.A, Arabian Prince, Madonna, Kanye, crazy ass. Me and Tupac on the same day. Me, Tupac, and Ran all the same day.
Kanye. No. Kanye is really a Gemini.
He's that motherfucker. He wasn't.
I wish he was making that up.
He went in wild. With Patti LaBelle birthday is a day. I keep up with the birthdays. It's a bunch of Lionel Richie. Morgan Freeman. Who else? It's quite a few of us out there. Some of your top-notch folks. Cube, of course. Some of your top-notch players in the music, in the entertainment game. Kid Frost, that's right. Be real. Thank you, folks. Anybody else got some help? Got some help out there?
That's crazy. Yes. That's cool. Kid Frost. Wow. Okay.
Kid Frost. Kid Frost go back to the 80s doing La Raza. Yes, sir. All right. Yes, sir. Arabian Prince.
Busta Rhymes too.
Yes, sir. Me. That's right. Busta Bus. One of my favorite rappers, dude. I mean, when it comes to a party group, one thing about Busta Rhymes, I always recognize he understood the game. He would make you a song that you can groove to. That baby, if you give it to me, I'll give it to you. One of my favorite songs. But he also on his album gonna let you maintain all levels of respect. He ain't gonna give you nothing else to play with. Don't think I'm slipping. I gave you something to dance to. Here go the respect tracks over here, and he'll lay it down, and he still got spitting lava, as they say. Okay.
He got with Miss Jackson, so that right there, the man is that's a compliment to do a beat with Janet Jackson.
Yes, sir. I think it's man. I just thought he was doing something with somebody else. I just saw it today on somebody's post. He was doing something with a Q-tip. I think it was a Q-tip. Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised at all because he
had a son with Janet. Wait. He had a son with Janet Jackson?
Lord. Oh. Who said that? Let me go back. Now I got to go back to the.
Rob Trimble said, I forgot that he had a son about that son he had with Janet.
Wow.
Janet.
Come on. See, that's how rumors get started.
Busta Rhymes didn't get no Janet Jackson. No.
How did you start
He dropped the G. It was a song. That's right. My boy, don't start no shit like that, man.
Wow. Get that G. Oh, wow. He dropped the G.
He dropped the G. See? That's how that Texas. That's how fucking words will get you all caught up. I'll be the start of the rumor. People that heard this shit. Lonzo accuses Janet Jackson of having a son with Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes called me mad. The son bitch cuts me out fast as a motherfucker. And next thing I know, I'm going viral.
So you can't put it on Dre then.
Yep.
Put it on you.
Yeah. Okay. What's up, Lonzo? Hope everything is well. You're doing blessed. I'm blessed that they can get, baby. I'm blessed that they can get. I got in the next 3 months, I'll be honored twice for Lifetime Achievement Awards. But I want one thing I'm missing. Two things I'm actually missing. A lifetime. Before it's all over, I want an honorary degree from one of these colleges out here, just like they gave Grandmaster Flash. And I want next thing I want a lifetime achievement check. A lifetime achievement check. One of them big ass checks here, Lonzo, from whoever. I don't give a damn who give it to me. Okay. That's what I'm putting it out there, folks. I want a lifetime achievement check. It can come in the form of a movie. It can come in the form of a licensing deal. But that's what I want. Or them big fat by myself. Don't got to pay nobody else but Lonzo and the government, of course. Check, and I can break off what I want to break off as I feel like it. All right, folks, you're live with Lonzo, the Godfather of West Coast Hip Hop. I got my girl, Miss Bernadette from Mississippi, on the line, kicking it with her shoes off in Mississippi, hanging out with us because Dusty is dealing with his family situation today. Much love to Dusty and his family, folks. Much love to Dusty. Dusty, he keep your head up, Doc. Stay strong, and he'll be back with us next week. Right now, he's dealing with some family situation, and nothing but love for him and condolences from everybody here in the chat room and here on the N.W.A. Now Without Lonzo show.
Hey, I got a question for the chat. Did Rihanna really have that baby yet, or that was?
I thought she did.
Okay.
I went at the hospital, so don't know.
Check on Drake. Somebody check on Drake. Yeah, he doing. So that was his. We knew they was gonna get back together, but most people don't get back together after them babies.
Nah, baby pretty much steals the deal. Whoever that baby belonged to, he pretty much. I ain't messing with all that, right? If you can avoid it, but sometimes depending on who the baby daddy is, if he weak, that's all right. I can handle this. Okay, sometimes, but if he's strong, no, all right. That feels the other way around. If he had a baby by Drake, ain't nobody messing with that. That's a lot to come behind, okay? Unless you playing the child support game. It's a whole other game, okay? Because that check going to be fat. Y'all going to live good.
Yeah, look, because I'm still trying to figure out who her baby daddy is. Because I'm like,
I thought nobody know who Rihanna baby daddy is.
Not well. I mean, he's a celebrity too, but I mean, he's not Drake. So, sorry, whatever your name is. Let me see what his name is. What's his name?
Please tell me.
ASAP
Rocky. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. He very popular. What's he? That's down in them goddamn sticks.
No. I got to work on my operation systems of hip hop.
Here she gonna tell us that she didn't know. I thought I must have missed something.
I've been with Drake.
ASAP Rocky, huh?
I've been with Drake. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you a secret. I've been with Drake since Degrassi High, and then one time I thought Dr. Dre had a picture of him with Drake down in Florida, but Drake is too young to be with him. Right. It was actually DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled, when he was skinny, looked a lot like Drake. I gotta get you that picture.
Now, please, that was a long time ago.
It was a long, slim, thinner time ago. He was much thinner. He was looking for him to look like Drake. Yes, because he ain't seen that size for a while out of Miami.
My man just said he go on to. I'm confused. ASAP Rocky is more famous than Drake, even though Drake is more famous. Explain that to me.
That's somebody so neutral. I don't know, because I thought I did neutral stuff, but that is the most neutral statement.
Monteris Ross says ASAP Rocky is more famous than Drake, even though Drake is very famous. Okay, he said very famous.
Okay, I got you. Well, he Degrassi famous. I'm showing my age, but Degrassi. I know you didn't watch Degrassi. He started out as an actor.
Degrassi.
Yeah.
I know Neil deGrasse's the smart brother.
Oh, Degrassi High.
Oh, hell no. No, nothing about Degrassi High. If y'all look at the screen and y'all see some extra gray, it's because the Godfather's letting his beard grow out. Yes, under this black ass, just for men, is some gray, and in some cases some white. But I'm letting the shit grow out a little bit further, so that's why y'all looking at it today. I said if I keep cutting it, I can't get the fullness I want. So yes, y'all look a little. If I look like I'm a little tired, little run down, because no, it's just my beard is growing and I'm feeling pretty good. So I'm letting it grow out a little bit more so we can get me a full-faced beard as opposed to the little what you call that petite beard. Anyway,
a petite beard.
You know,
you mean the goat or whatever?
What?
A goatee? I've never heard of a petite beard.
Well, some beards are nice and slim and trim. Some guys' beards, I want my beard to cover more of my face. That's all. If they can shape it up better. I wanted it higher up on my chin, higher up on my chins, on my cheeks. So I'm letting it grow out. So when I go to the barber and we maintain it, it'll come up to where I want to. I had it that way before.
What's your barber's name?
Huh? Frank.
What's your barber's
name? My barber's name is Frank.
All right, shout out Frank.
Frank from Mississippi too.
See, everybody from Mississippi.
Frank, good Mississippi brother. Crazy the motherfucker. I love him though. Me and Frank Frank had me laughing while you cutting. Frank, you can't have me laugh. You can't be laughing while you cutting my beard, man, because that's how my shit probably got messed up anyway. No, but Frank, that's my boy. He watches the show on a regular basis.
Frank calling in. Yeah. Frank got to call in one day and tell us some of your barbershop stories.
Frank called in. He might be watching the show. No, he got a girlfriend now. He's watching the show right now. He watches on the reruns. He'll hear me talking about him on the reruns. That's my boy. That's my boy. Cool. Good dude. Good country dude. I forgot what he said. I can't think of it right now. But he always say some shit. Recovering chicken head or something like that. Huh?
I know what part of Mississippi he's from.
I will. Yeah, but he's a good dude. We'll be laughing about them. I got some Mississippi stories, boy. One of the most fun times I had on the road was in Mississippi. We playing in Mississippi at Mississippi State College, but we was hanging on. We didn't stay on campus, of course. We went to the restaurant to get something to eat, and they didn't want to serve us. They we was invisible. I was like, damn, this is some real racism shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was hot, so somebody had on a jacket. Somebody had on a jacket, and the jacket came in. The guy came in with the jacket, and the waitress saw the jacket. Who are y'all? I said, we the wrecking crew. We playing at this college. Oh, this the wrecking crew? Whole attitude changed.
Really?
Oh man, whole attitude changed. Now that was in the restaurant, but me and somebody went to a club. The clubs sometimes in Mississippi back then, they be in people's houses. They be in a house.
The best food.
Whole restaurant, whole club in somebody's living room. Okay. No,
it's juke joints, not clubs.
Juke joint. Okay, juke joint. And they sell beer by the cans. Okay.
That part.
There ain't no glasses. They got them in the can. The big cans. Okay. 24-ounce cans. And they stack them on the tables. And I'm sitting there, this pretty chick, okay? Country as she wanted to be. And she say, ain't you Lonzo? I said, how you doing, baby? I want 2 tickets I want a backstage pass for tomorrow. Say, I ain't got no backstage passes, baby. She say, I give you some pussy, you give me a backstage pass. I said, shit, I'm gonna get you.
Annie up.
I believe it. I'm gonna stop right there. Okay. But yeah. Them tall boy cans, Marlon. That's what they call them, tall boys. They stack them up on the tables. And yeah, she offered me some private attention for 2 backstage tickets.
Hospitality.
Yes.
Hospitality. Okay.
Yeah. Head honcho says they should do a book about OG Puddin, who really focused on how the pirate rules were formed from New Albany, Mississippi, by the way of my much love from Dirty South. Okay. All
right, I'm gonna do my research. I like that.
Puddin's real name was Sylvester Scott. Different kind of brother. I'm gonna say it like that. One of the reasons why I left Centennial. Was behind the situation that we got involved in involves Puddin and another brother, and it was like, I'm not ready to die over this. I'm not ready to kill over this. They were over some of the dumbest shit in the world. I'm like, dude, this is why I never gangbang, man. This is why I understood a long time ago that gangbanging was the highest level of narcissism in some ways, or some ways could be insecurity. It all depends on how you want to interpret it, because I got into a fight. My partner got into a fight at Centennial. I didn't even fight nobody, My partner got into a fight, but because I was rolling with him, of course, I'm in the fight now too. And we didn't fight at Centennial. We got into it at going home from the park, Enterprise Park, between Centennial and where my partner and I lived. We could take a shortcut through the park, and there they were in the park waiting. Now we got one or two choices. We could take off running, or we can try and walk past them like we invisible. We know if we take off running, they're gonna see us, and like just like dogs. If you run from a dog, they're gonna chase your ass and bite you. So we tried to play the invisible role. We just gonna try and walk past, give them a nod, keep on pushing. That didn't work either. So as we walking, the dude that wasn't putting another dude, one of the boys from Pyru, got in my boy's face again. And first they was gonna jump us. Fortunately for me, a name that most cats don't know about, who was a very influential Pyru boy named Kenny Clay from New York. Kenny Clay lived across the street from me. When he came from New York, he moved up the ranks very well. Anybody from Compton, especially from Centennial or Vanguard, know who Kenny Clay was. His name don't ring bells like Puddin and some of these other guys, Tam and other folks. But he definitely was a shot caller. And because he lived across the street from me, he knew my mom and my dad, his grandmother and my mother were best friends. And he knew he couldn't let them jump me and not do nothing. So he made a shot call. He called the shot. Y'all can't go ahead. Y'all can't jump him, but they got to go head up. My boy Andre and this other brother from Pyru. Now, what I didn't know at that time, and I didn't find out till afterwards, my boy Andre, picture this, folks. Blake Griffin, 6'4", reminds you of Drago from Rocky 3. Okay, he built like that dude. Okay, and but because he got freckles, red hair, light skin, bright white freckles. He ain't no punk. Never been no punk. But when you built like that in Compton, you had some fights. Well, what I didn't know is my man had taken some boxing lessons. He knew how to put hands on people. But nobody else knew that. I didn't know that. So when the fight break out, my boy is putting him down. And he put him down much better than anybody expected. Everybody thought it was going to be an easy walk in the park. No. He was walking on hot coals the whole time, okay? Now, I'm not saying my boy beat him up, but with the level of egos of a lot of gangbangers, he did much better than he was supposed to. I wish the nigga had took a dive and we would have went back to school the next day. But he put hands on people, left people swollen. Oh. Okay? He put some eyes and some shit was lumpy. Okay? Now, we leave, the fight over with. We leave and we hear them laughing at him because my boy ROTC, Richie Cunningham, Blake Griffin looking, Drago looking brother, then put hands on this gangster. Gangster pretty much won the fight, but again, it wasn't what they expected it to be. Well, I go back to school the next day. The situation was one of the girls who lived on that street, who lived on Pyru, her name was Loretta. She pulled me over because we was in homeroom. She said, Lonzo, she wasn't even there. I don't know what happened at Enterprise Park. Whatever y'all did at Enterprise Park, the boys on the hood, and the hood is mad, and they looking to beat up anybody in ROTC. Thank you very much. I'll be seeing y'all next year. I hit the fence and left Centennial, never went back. Everybody in ROTC. Now I was a battalion commander at that time. I was a battalion commander. I left Centennial and didn't go back to school. That was happened March, April. And so I only had 2 months left. I went to school in Gardena the next year. And that's a true story. But I realized then that the slightest thing could turn into a major situation. And that's why I have the notion, the philosophy that most of the situations that people are dying and killing for are based on bullshit. How do I know? Because that whole situation was based on bullshit. We was walking down the hallway, down the Senior Square, minding our own business, and homeboy asked him, where you Popeye motherfuckers going? That's where it started. My boy responded, "Why we got to be some Popeye motherfuckers?" And that's when the fight started. Simple as that. The fact that he had the heart to respond to him set it off.
Part.
That's it.
So y'all were in ROTC.
We in ROTC. I've been in leadership
Oh.
all my life. That's why I'm the Godfather, baby. I don't know, but I've
There
been in leadership all my life. So I'm walking down the senior square, minding my own business, and I was me. He was my lieutenant. We got a couple other cats. We looking like we running some shit. Right past the Pyru boy sitting on the bench at the senior square, and that's when my man stepped up to my partner. He didn't come to me; he stepped to him. Well, you pop out. Maybe because if you looked at this dude, you would think he would be an easy pushover because he wasn't. He didn't have no menacing features. Surprise! But when it went down, that's all it was. Where you Popeye motherfuckers going? Wow, we gotta be. My boy studied too. Wow, we gotta be some Popeye motherfuckers. Okay, and that pissed him off. Took off on my boy before he could even get him up good. Security guards broke the fight up, and we moved right along. It wasn't even the same day. Might have been 2 days later when all this other shit happened. It wasn't even the same day. So we weren't even tripping, but other folks were, and we looked like. My boy looked like an easy mark, and he wasn't. And sometimes when you an easy mark and you not, sometimes these cats with them egos take that shit real serious. I got hands put on me by Richie Cunningham. That's like Richie Cunningham beating up the Fonz. Okay.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
That's like That's like Happy Days. We're going back to Happy Days. That's like Richie Cunningham beating up the Fonz. Okay. It wasn't supposed to happen. So now. Everybody, it was only cracking. They was prepared to go to war behind that, dude. I wasn't, dude. I'll be a Popeye motherfucker. It ain't shit. What you gonna do? I ain't gonna change how I look. But hey, man, some people don't have to feel the same way about that shit. And it just it taught me a lot. That, like I said before, the slightest thing can turn into a major situation. And I don't. I think about something.
You know what?
Go ahead.
I did ROTC too. I did the ROTC at Mississippi Valley State University for maybe 2 semesters. Mm-hmm. I did the ROTC, and people do look at you as like, okay, since y'all all together. But we didn't go to the extreme of fights. But people did, give us flack just for being in the ROTC and separating ourselves from, the regular folks and stuff. Also was in the band, but it was a different tension that people gave us for being in ROTC. I did that at Mississippi Valley State University, where Jerry Rice came from.
Okay.
So
I just got this right here. That's interesting, Bernadette. Black, what's it? Atheism is freedom. Atheism is freedom. Puddin used to ask my grandmother if they could have Bible study in the classroom during lunch at Centennial. So she would open the door and they would have Pyru meetings. Instead, my grandmother started instead my grandma started Pyru. Now that's some deep shit. Man, what Black atheism? You got to be from Compton. I probably know you, man. If you know something like that, you talking about the 70s, dude. You talking about 70s. 72, 73, because Puddin was a year older than me, if I ain't mistaken. I think he was in the 12th grade, and I was in the 11th. Okay. He might have been. I didn't have any classes with him, that's for sure. And it was already a Centennial when I got there, so they had to be a year older than me. And that's an interesting fact, dude. I never heard that before. Yeah. And yeah, true enough. Who is this? Marlon? Wait a minute. That was that the dude Andre that put hands on him? Was he a Gemini? Yes, he was. My partner.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, he was. Andre. His name was Andre. Andre Rat. Andre that put hands on him. How you know Andre, man? That was my best friend. Huh? He was my best friend in high school. We did everything together in high school, and we was two player pimp. We wasn't ROTC. We was want to be pimp shit. Maxi coats and all. Yes, Martin. Your uncle. That was that dude Andre. who put hands on him, a Gemini. He damn sure was. I forgot his birthday. I think his birthday was June the 13th, dude. Yep. I think that's what locked us in as partners, man, because we both was Geminis, and like I said, he was tall and girls loved him. Huh? We had
I said the Gemini thing.
Us.
I'm laughing at the Gemini thing still. Like, okay, goodness gracious, Geminis.
Yes.
Geminis is okay.
Yes, we had a ball, and that was my boy. He lived in Canada. Now, in fact, it was crazy one day. I'm doing something over at what's that place to sell the herbs? They didn't big place to sell herbs. Come on, somebody help me. Herbalife. I'm in Herbalife working out, and this girl has a very familiar name. I said, you know anybody I know somebody with that same name. What's you know a guy named Andre? She said, that's my daddy. I'm like, what? And she put me on the phone with him that day. I ran into his daughter at Herbalife. I'm looking for his number right now because I need to holler at him. Just on the strength, because I ain't talked to him in a while. But yeah, folks, that was real. That's a real story. And this is why yours truly did not fall into the gangbanging thing. That's one of the reasons why I didn't fall into the gangbanging thing. I understood it from a different perspective. It wasn't about conversation back then. It wasn't about what it is right now. I was able to avoid it because during my time, because of how the era I grew up, if you weren't a gangbanger per se, you can get a pass. I was ROTC. They didn't really mess with us. That particular dude didn't like my boy. I don't think it was an ROTC thing per se, but because we was in our uniforms, it just made for a reason for him to be a bully. And I ain't never liked bullies. I can't stand bullies, but my boy checked that bully, and we didn't have no problems after that. I don't know what happened after that because I left Centennial, but I didn't have any problems after that. I've seen some people on the streets after that time, and nobody said nothing. That's something that people, I ain't gonna get into no names who I saw on the streets, but this is real shit. I'm not telling you some shit. One thing about me, if anybody know anything about me, I ain't got to lie. I don't want to ruin my credibility by telling you a lie. I tell you I don't know first. That's just your boy Lonzo, okay? If I don't know, I don't fucking know. I'm not going to try and sit and tell you some shit because you couldn't verify it one way or another in most cases. But to keep my credibility high with everybody on both sides of the fence, I got to keep it 100. And I saw some people who was in that park later on at the grocery store because we all shared the same stores. Whether you lived on Central or lived on Main Street, you all went to the same drugstore, which is called Clark's Drugs on Avalon, Segundo, which is across street from Eve After Dark. Okay, everybody from because we didn't have a bunch of drugstore. We had thrifties. Sometimes Pyru boys with the thrifties, but sometimes you had to go to Clark's. Okay, we had Vons, Clark. They had Newberries and Newberries. They had Newberries and thrifties. But every once in a while, they would come on our side of town. Every once in a while, we go on their side of town. And I've seen people that was in that park, on those benches that day, who wanted to jump us, and we both was one-on-one, and it wasn't no problem. It was like, what up? It kept on going.
No peer pressure.
No peer pressure. Real talk, folks. I don't want to. Right. I mentioned names before, and if you wouldn't say that they were still alive, hey man, these motherfuckers didn't fly. Okay, they was regular dudes, but they would do some shit, but they don't fly. They have bulletproof. They don't fly. They don't jump buildings to the single bound. And a lot of times, if you saw them one-on-one, it would not be an issue. If you was outnumbered, you couldn't have a problem. Okay.
Got it. Okay, then look, I had a question. If we could change the subject.
Go for it.
Did you see the Kendrick? I did watch it. I watched it on the phone call. I was on the Kendrick Lamar, the Heart Part 5.
The video?
Where he changed. He morphed. Yeah, he morphed faces.
Yeah, I saw that video. About 10 million other people did too.
Yes, and one person that I spoke with, she's a female DJ. She was like, "That's like hip hop history, all in one scoop," or whatever. She thought that was all of the epitome of hip hop history.
Yeah, because he paid homage to some of everybody in that one video, which I thought was probably one of the most unique things I've ever done. In fact, when I first saw it, whoever did that, they need an award. They needed an award for that dude, that person. I don't know who it was, because Unknown sent me the video. And when he sent me the video, I just checked out the lyrics. I didn't really look at the video in detail. He said, Then he called me back. You see that? I said, no, I heard that's a great song. And he said, no, look at it again. And I looked at it again. And because they use Kendrick's complexion for everybody, because all those guys are different complexion. Nipsey is different, dark, lighter than Kanye West and blah, blah, blah. And Jesse Smollett is lighter than all of them. I'm like, damn. When I finally realized what happened, I realized the artistic value of that. And there was nothing behind it to distract it. You had to focus on that. And I thought it was a hell of a situation.
I was about to be in tears at the end of it. I was like, I hate crying. I was like, why do I said, why am I so emotional watching this? And it hit home. I was like, wow, that's very effective. When like even saying bipolar, there's Kanye. And I'm like, wow.
Now,
that's it. And then
before I go to this next question, I got to say, I haven't heard the whole Kendrick album. My nephew played the song for me that he felt I should hear. And the one they cussing each other out. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, nigga. Fuck you. You know, as crazy as that song is, that's a great fucking song. As crazy as that song is, that is a fantastic song.
I gotta check it out.
You got to check that song. If you haven't heard it, if you haven't heard the song, check out the song.
Why is it a great song?
I forgot
why.
Why? Because you got two people that's arguing and rapping. Fuck you, nigga. Fuck you, bitch. Your mama, your daddy, your mama. She cusses him out. Yeah, and I slept with your cousin too. And they talk about your little dick. And you go back and go back and forth and it's rhyming and this shit is funky and it's some Baby Boy on wax. It sounds like Baby Boy when Taraji Henson and Homeboy, come on, help me out. Tyrese was arguing Baby Boy, and I hate you, and they end up doing it. It was just like, and I've seen this before. I've done it before. Fuck you.
I just will leave it at I won't say nothing, but
yes,
I will leave it at that. I'll leave it at that.
Yes. So yeah, that song is one of them songs that it's for some people, it's like a Mary J. Blige song, because you and some guys, some of y'all may be on this call right now, and you and your woman get into some hell of a verbal fights. Fuck you, woo, 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 and blah, blah, and I've heard them. I've witnessed them before, and before it's all over with, y'all so worked up. Next thing y'all know, y'all tearing each other's clothes off.
With some act right.
With some act right.
Okay. So act right.
So
I wasn't gonna say nothing. Keep on going because I wasn't getting right.
It shows the dysfunction in our community because I can relate to it. Unfortunately, I can relate to it. And some of the things they said and about each other, I've heard people say before. But it made for a very interesting song. And it's one of those situations that deserves its own conversation. And one day, I wish it was a way I could play it and we can discuss it. I hope y'all listen to it, and maybe next week me and Dusty will talk about it on the show a little bit more. But before I'm gonna put a pin right there, I'm gonna go to my boy. Watch the Superhero. Asked me a question. Lonzo, did you ever go to the S&W blue chip stamp spot? Hell yes, I did, my brother. I licked them. We was talking about stamps the other day, and I was in Arizona. I was talking to some kids. They don't know what S&H blue stamps. I mean S&H blue chip stamps are. With the S&H, it was blue chip and S&H. Oh, the S&H blue chip. Anyway, for those who don't know, back in the day, one of the loyalty programs for the stores, they would give you stamps, blue chip stamps. Okay, and as you collected these stamps, whatever, I don't know how they calculated, but the more money you spent, the more stamps you got. Once you got these stamps, You take these stamps and you lick these stamps, real stamps with glue on the back of them. You lick these son of bitches and you put them in a book. Depending on how many books you got, you can take them to the Redemption Center. They had one right there on Rosecrans. It's another kind of building now. It's a community building right now. It was a blue chip stamp redemption store. You had a catalog the whole 9 yards. It was just like having, if any of y'all have credit cards with redemption points and stuff like that, same process, only was based around stamps. Them nasty ass licking to your fucking tongue and your lips be stuck together sometime. That was one of my jobs as a kid. My mama had the damn rag, and my sister had the sponge. Me and my brother, we was licking them raw, okay? And but only thing that saved us, we had the big ones. You had two types. They had the big ones that you put like 5 or 10 of them in a row. It filled up a whole row. Then you had the small ones. You had to put them individual in the row. So yes, I remember these goddamn stamps. But I also remember, no matter what I wanted at the store, they never fucking had. They never had my boat. They never had my boat. I wanted this sailboat. Where I was going to sell this some bitch, I had no idea. I had no idea where I was going to sell this boat. But it was a big-ass sailboat, about this big. And being a sailboat, it had a rudder under the bottom, under the boat. You couldn't fill a bathtub up with enough water to sell this motherfucker, but I still wanted one. I got one eventually through my grandmother. She bought me one. She might have got it through blue chip stamps. I don't know. But when I finally got the boat, I could never sell it. And I broke it before I sold it. Yeah, dude. Yeah, blue chip stamps was a big part of my life, okay?
I said that was a good question. I think I remember something like that, but by the time I grew up to do things like that, it went out of style.
My boy Crypto Charles says, LOL, I got my encyclopedia set with books of stamps saved for a long time. Similar, but I grew up in Central Valley, and it was Save Mart, Supermart. I see. I ain't mad at you, Doc. Now, here's something else that he said. He just said something that some of y'all don't know nothing about. Encyclopedias. It's amazing that we're talking about this today, because I swear we had this same conversation back when I was in Arizona just this weekend. We were talking about what kids don't know, okay? And fucking encyclopedias is one of them. Anytime you had, before Google, we didn't have Google. All we had was encyclopedia, okay?
Did you have Childcraft?
We had Childcraft, okay?
Right.
We had Childcraft. We had encyclopedia. And these people came to your house like Jehovah's Witnesses and knocked on your door and sold your mama these books. Now, these books was at my house forever until my mama passed and I took over the house. And the first thing I got rid of was them goddamn books. Don't ask me why. It was one of them irritating points for me. We always had to go back to these books every time. Go grab the encyclopedia. Whatever assignment we had in school, we had to find the answer inside the encyclopedia. That was such a situation that we had in my house. The books sit right between the bedroom and the bathroom, and a little rack and shit. And some things, it didn't have no good pictures like Natural Geographics. It was real GP, and it was boring as shit to me. But we had encyclopedias. Yes, we did have them. And he got his through stamps from the stamps.
Wow.
Much love to you, Doc. Moms and Pops Soul Britannica. That's right. They were called Funkin' Wagner. Yeah, Funkin' Wagner Encyclopedia set. That's right. He still has his. And Grace, you know what dude, that might be worth some money, man.
Yeah, that's cool. That's very cool.
That might be worth some money. Martin said he had them too.
That's it. I used to love the Childcrafts because they had unique themes to each one of them. And I like the Childcraft over the encyclopedias, because the encyclopedias you just had to go there and find, different subjects and things like that. That's how you did your reports and stuff. Fun fact, my stepdad, he was a politician. He was like, if you're going to read that Bible, you read the Bible with a map, a dictionary, and an encyclopedia. Know what you're doing.
Right.
He didn't believe in he didn't believe in just reading it straight up. And my mom, for the longest, thought he didn't believe in the Bible and church. But he was like, I believe in it, but I don't. I want them to know where they are on the map when they're reading. And so that's how I study and think. And so it was cool to get on Google. But I do miss the encyclopedia stuff.
Well, you know what? I never understood how somebody tell you if you couldn't spell a word, go get a dictionary. If I can't spell it, I mean, I probably don't know what the first goddamn word is, first letter of the word is, especially if it's an F sounding word, because it could be a PH or a F. And go get the encyclopedia and figure it out for yourself. Well, how am I going to figure it out if I don't know the basic spelling? Okay. Anyway, folks, time is about up. I was going to do a short show today. We had a great crowd. Got 40 people in the chat room. Miss Bernadette stepped through and helped us out. And once again, folks, thanks for all the love for Dusty and his family. Dusty, we love you, man. We're looking forward to seeing you next Tuesday. Bernadette, I will see you Thursday. Folks in the chat room, thank you for all the support. And don't forget, y'all, like my man American Negro says, please, y'all, subscribe. We climbing up. We have almost 13,000 folks. We should be doing a lot more, but you know how it is sometimes. I ain't gonna even go there. It's time to go, folks. In the meantime, it's Lonzo, the Godfather of West Coast Hip Hop. Miss B, much love to you, Dusty. Stay strong, Doc. Chat room, love you, folks. In the meantime,